My mom had already known from the time I picked up a crayon that I had artistic ability like her sister. And so she signed me up for classes, and I just loved it. God gave me clever hands and art ability, and I feel his pleasure when I paint. So it's very therapeutic, and it very much feels like a calling. I have 3 cancer stories I want to just mention briefly. My mother's only sister and only sibling, just 14 months older than my mother, was diagnosed with cancer at the age of 19 and died 2 weeks later of leukemia. And my mother saw in each of her daughters a little bit of her sister, Dottie, but she especially saw Dottie's art ability. She was a self-taught artist, and we still have some of her things. And she always encouraged that, seeing some of her sister in me. And when I got this studio, she even wanted me to get a piece of furniture and put a little plaque on it in memory of Dottie. And so that's kind of one cancer story in the family. The second was a very pivotal diagnosis of one of my children. My 5th child at the age of 2 was diagnosed with an inoperable brainstem glioma. And that is generally not a curable diagnosis. And we understood that, and we opted to do radiation only because the cost-benefit ratio to him as a child was acceptable. And so we did radiation, and the tumor stopped growing and shrank a little, and then has remained stable ever since. And then the third, my own diagnosis, came 6 or 7 years ago. I was diagnosed with melanoma. We didn't catch it really early. Melanoma is highly curable when you catch it early, and it's less than a millimeter thick. Once it has access to blood vessels, then it's a little bit different picture. There is a daily constant reminder of my diagnosis with the lymphedema. But the gift that comes with surviving cancer is that you have a real appreciation for the gift that every day is. And for me, I had a clearer sense of what my calling is and what was important to me. And I really do feel called to paint. And I feel like that is a legacy that no matter how long I live, that I have something, a tangible expression of what I think is beautiful and worth remembering in each of the paintings that I do.